Hey everybody, I've been saying that I was going to start doing some more reviews because it's been a while since I've done them, and I certainly never expected it to be a bad one. I've never done a rip roar horrific review before, ever, but this one cannot be avoided at any cost. There's nothing that I can do. This one I'm passionate about this particular review. As passionate as I was about Shade Tree Vapes in Rocky Mountain, North Carolina, because of how awesome that they are and the owners are amazing. I cannot stress enough how important it is to go to your locally owned mom and pop vape stores. Uh, it's this, and I'm going to tell you why. This is an example right here. I've never been to anything but the mom and pop stores. Um, and even though you end up paying slightly more, you're getting direct, confident care from them. They're concerned about you're returning to shop with them because they're mom and pop stores. So they treat you well. They want you to come back. Um, Big chain stores, even if it's a chain restaurant, a chain clothing store, anything like that, the employees are less likely to give a shit. The owners will, but the employees won't. In this case, the owner didn't give a shit because it's a chain store. So let me tell you what happened. I needed a new coil, an atomizer, and I have to get the Aspire Atlantis atomizers. And I knew that there was a high and a low, and I knew that I always used the low. Every time I've bought them, I've just said, give me the low one. That's it, because there was a high and a low. That was it. Everywhere that I've ever been. So I go into this vape lounge. It's called Vape and Lounge. It's on Beach Boulevard, uh, 10615 Beach Boulevard, Jacksonville, Florida, 32246. So it's in my area. It's like right down the street. So I thought I'll check them out because they carry everything. So we go there, and I need my juice and I need my coil. We go in. It's me, Doug, and Aaron. And first off, the feel of the place, legit. The feel of the place was you walk in, it's open, it's wide open. There's like nothing going on in there. It's this massive building with like nothing going on. You have your counters on one side, just a counter on one side, like an L shape. You have a display case close to where the counter is with some items in it, and then a piece of a wall that they've put up, and there's a couch on that side, the one side. It's just, there's a couch and a TV in front of it. That's your lounge, one couch. So they've got this tons of wasted space in there. And then there's like a room off to the side when you walk in, and there's a pool table in there. And it's empty. It's like fucking crickets, okay? There's nobody's, it's not really a welcoming feel. And that would have been my only downside of the place, besides the fact that they only carry in-house juices. Everybody knows I don't do in-house juices. You know, I like the brands that I like. And I don't know what they're doing in the back room. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't care for the in-house stuff. It doesn't tend to be very good to me. So when I walked in and I was asking them, I looked around and I noticed that I didn't recognize any of the labels on the bottles. So I asked the guy, it was two Asian guys, and I asked one of them, I was like, do y'all carry Right Vape or Cutwood? And he went, no, all of our juices are in-house. I said, all of them? He said, yeah. I went, oh, no, I don't do in-house. And he went, okay. He said, that's understandable. You like what you like. I was like, exactly. So that was that. And we were getting ready to leave. And I went, oh, well, I need my coil. So we turned back around and I said, there was like 3 people in there that time. There were like 3 people that particular time when I first came in. And got my coils. He asked me which ones. I told him Aspire Atlantis, and they don't sell singles. So I had to buy the whole box. I wasn't going to when they said that, oh, we only sell them by the whole package. We don't sell them single. And I went, oh, never mind, because I just didn't want to spend the money. I just didn't. And it was, turns out, Doug said, well, don't worry about it. Let me go see how much they are. It might not be too bad. So Doug walks back up. I was like, okay, go ahead. We've got 1,000 things to do. Hurry up. He walks over and they're 15 for 5. That's really good because single I pay 6 a piece. So $3 a piece, that's pretty good. So Doug went, they're only 3 a piece. That's good. We'll get them. I went, okay. And then he says, well, which ones? And I looked at Doug and went, what did that girl say? He said, low. The guy went, okay, low. So he hands us low. He hands me this box. So we take the box, we pay, we leave. Have a good day, all that stuff. My back was killing me. My back was killing me all day, and I don't know why. Today, my back feels fine. But anyway, I was ready to just go home and sit. My back hurts so bad. So, we get down to the smoke shop. We go down to the smoke shop because they carry the brands that I like. And I know I don't promote shopping for your vape stuff at a smoke shop, but I'm still trying to fill out the area and find the vape shop that I'm going to use and devote myself to and promote. Like I did Shade Tree, and I still haven't found it. The one in Mayport was amazing. Them people were awesome, but I don't live in the Mayport area right now, and it would be a task for me to drive out there every time I needed to get something. So we go up to the smoke shop, and I get my juice because they got the juice that I like. So we go to the car, and I put my new coil in, and I put my juice in, and I let it steep for a while. You know, you gotta let it soak up. You don't want to burn up your coil. And then I go to hit it after about 5 minutes, maybe a little bit more. And it gives me a reading on the side that says atomizer low. I've never had that read, and I was like, what the hell is this? Another bad coil? So, and it wasn't even from the same spot. It was from the Vape and Lounge. And I was like, something's not right. I've never had this reading. So I untwisted it, retwisted it, turned it off, turned it back on. I did everything I could. I'm like, go back up there. Just go back up there. Something's not right with this one. And I'm not going to keep changing them out until I get to one that's good. Let's just go back up there and see what this means. So we go back up there. And at this point, we already took Aaron back. And it was just me and Doug. And, I have this in my hand, just like I did when I first walked in the door the first time, and I had my coils. And I went up to the guy, and there was nobody in there at that point. And little quiet Asian guy was sitting on the couch. I didn't see big, bossy Asian guy. I didn't see him at the time. So he goes, is something wrong with your coils? So he remembered me specifically. It'd only been like an hour. And I said, it's giving me a weird reading I've never had before. It says atomizer low. I've never had that reading before, and I've had an E-Leaf and this tank for like almost 2 years. He goes, oh, okay. So he comes over and he looks at it, and he goes, and I could see it in his face. I knew he was not going to give me a refund or an exchange, but I waited it out. And he goes, oh yeah, have you tried it? And I went, yeah, that's how I know that it's giving me a bad reading. It's in. He went, oh yeah, I'm gonna, and I was thinking to myself, don't you dare say you're not going to exchange this. I have a bad coil. And then he says, what happened was, I think you should have had the 0.5 and you got the 0.3. I said, I don't know what any of that means. I just get high or low. And he said, well, and then I'm flipping the box around looking at it, and I could clearly see once I got to looking at the box, way down here, really small. There you go. Okay. I got the 0.3. I didn't ask for 0.3. I asked for low. I've always ordered high or low. Vape stuff changes so frequently. There's always new product coming out. There's always new law. It's still so new. I've never been in a vape shop where they didn't question me like I was a newbie. You know, are you sure? What kind of tank do you have? What kind of battery? I have never had them just throw me and be done with it. I have always been asked, and I've been to many, many, many vape shops and smokes. Smoke shops don't tend to give a shit. They don't really ask questions. So nobody asked me. They said, hi, what kind do you want? And we said low. And so anyway, we had to look totally confused. Doug went, low, I guess, low, So anyway, he goes, let me call the owner and see what he says. I'm thinking, okay, there's no way the owner's going to say, make her eat the cost. It's her problem. So he tells the owner over the phone, I am standing here with a woman who's been in here less than an hour ago, if an hour ago, maybe a little under, and she got the wrong size coil. Didn't bother to say that they just gave it to me, and all I did was say low. And it wasn't a well thought out plan to run a scam on them. I mean, this is just ridiculous, right? So, and he's like, yes, she's already tried it. Yes, okay, exactly. All right, blah, 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 blah. Hangs up. Unfortunately, because you've already used one out of the package, we are not going to be able to make that exchange. And I went, really? He went, yeah, because, I mean, we cannot get our costs back on that. And I was like, this is why everybody told me to avoid chain vape shops. I was like, wow, this is exactly why. It's such a unique situation. It's not like it happens every day or every week or even every month. And it can be avoided if your employees are not knowledgeable and ask questions. Because like I say, vaping is so new. You don't know how long someone's vaped for, what their knowledge is. And I just looked at him and I went, I told you I wanted low. You gave me the lowest. I just said low because he had told the owner on the phone. She said she wanted the lowest coil. I went, no, I didn't. I said low. I was like, don't even try it. He went, well, she did say low. So I got ready to leave and I said, yeah, you're right. This is unfortunate because I do reviews and I'm due for a review and I'm going to be reviewing you guys. And this is ridiculous. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't cuss. And I was smiling. And I meant it towards the owner. He's the one who had the final say, and he's the one who said, no, she'll have to eat the cost. So I'm stuck with a box of 5 coils that I cannot use. And I still don't have a new coil yet. If he thought for 1 second that I was going to repurchase the correct coil from him after him rejecting taking those back because of something that's not even my fault. But anyway, bullshit. I'll quit vaping altogether before I give that motherfucker a dime of my money. So anyway, it got ugly. It got real ugly really quick. Not from me either. I told them that I was going to be doing a review on them and it was not going to be good. I said, I can't believe you're going to make me eat the cost on this. I didn't do anything wrong. I came here and bought coils. And I said, you know what? Just keep them. I said, they do me no good. Then I went, you know what? No, I need these. I'm going to have to do my review and I'm going to need them. And the big bossy Asian guy goes, good, do it then. He says, you came in here with an attitude earlier. I went, no, I didn't. He went, yes, you did. You came in here with a fucked up attitude and you went, I'm not buying that shit. And I went, I never said that. He went, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. And then he was nice. And he's like, oh, honey, let me just buy this for you. And at that one, me and Doug had to laugh. Doug ain't never called me honey a day in his life. And we were just like, is this guy serious? And he's back there getting animated and flipping his cap around and going, you came in here being a bitch. And I'm in this shop where A, I brought my business. B, I spent my money. I came back because I needed something corrected that was wrong. And then, that was C. And then D, I get cussed out like I'm in a fucking bar. I get cussed out like I'm in a bar. And I never said one foul word the whole time. Doug said, I was so proud of you. You did not go off the deep end and you did not say a bad word. He was like, them guys don't realize how subdued you were. I know because I know you. They don't even know. They have no idea. And I was like, I know. I don't know. I felt like I was being punked. I was looking around like, is there cameras or is this a joke? That was hands down the worst treatment I've ever had. Let me finish telling you what he said. I'm dumbfounded. I was speechless. Doug kind of laughed and said, I've never seen someone leave you speechless before. That guy was so amazingly rude to you. You didn't even know what to say. Exactly. I didn't know what to say. I said, I'm going to do a review on you and you're still talking to me like crap. And he says, I don't give a fuck who you are. Bye. Go do your video. You ain't going to hurt us. I just kept turning around as I'm walking towards the door and looking at him and looking around the room, waiting for cameras to come out. This cannot be real, the way he's talking to me. And he's, like I say, really animated back there. He's like uber. I don't know if he was on something. I didn't think that he was until he went off on me. And then I thought, nope, something's not right. So he kept telling me, bye, see you later, do your fucking video. I don't give a shit. Or do your review is what he said. Do your fucking review. And he didn't care who the fuck I was. It was just nonstop back to back. Hands down the worst treatment I've ever had. Not just in a vape shop. The worst treatment I've ever had in a clothing store, a convenience store, a vape shop, a restaurant, a doctor's office, a hospital. That is hands down the worst customer service treatment one-on-one that I've ever had. I have never in my life experienced walking into a place, relaying how I feel about, how they're treating me, and then being cussed like I'm in a bar. They get good reviews online because people are like, oh, their prices, because the other guy, yeah, he was also saying, we got the lowest prices in town. You're not going to hurt us. You're not going to hurt us. So, they get good reviews because their prices are low, but I would much rather spend the extra $10 or $15 on a new vape setup. You can't put a price on the quality of your customer care. You simply cannot. But we went down to the other vape shop where I got my juice. We left there and went back down to the smoke shop where I got my juice. And I asked her, by any chance, did y'all ever get any more coils in? She said, no. I told her what happened. So then I find out that one of those guys had come into her smoke shop right there not long ago and bragged about how they were a chain vape shop. They're going to take over. They're out of Canada and the owner has plenty of money. And I was like, you're shitting me, right? She went, nope. I was like, oh my God. So he's about the almighty dollar. He just lost many dollars. I could have promoted him so hugely. I could have been a return customer. I've been vaping for 2 years, over 2 years. And anyone who watches my channel for a while knows that when I find a vape shop that I like, I keep going back to it. That is my return shop. There is no other shop. As far as I'm concerned, there's one. And in this area, I'm still looking, and it's not Vape and Lounge. It's definitely not. Horrible treatment. I'm still dumbfounded. And a lot of times I'll look back on something and I'll say, boy, I wish I'd have said this, or I wish I would have said that. But this time I don't regret not cussing at him. I don't regret not screaming at him. I have kids older than that guy. I have kids older than him. It's just total disrespect for customers, for elders, all the way around, everything. But I put my old coil back in, and it'll do me fine till tonight. When Doug gets home, we'll go find a vape shop. And if I have to, I'll drive out to Mayport. It is worth it to me now. I think it's worth it for me to drive out to Mayport. Between me and where that shop is, I'd wager it's about 18-minute drive, and worth every minute because they treated me so well. They were so nice, and I just can't imagine them treat me the way that guy did. And the owner, holy shit. The owner was the one who had the final say, on that whole coil thing, and he chose to lose a customer. I found out also that the guys work on commission. Who does that in a vape shop? But anyway, I guess it works for them. I don't know. And I don't know if he even hires outside of the Asian nationality. I don't know. Maybe it's Asian owned and operated. I don't know. Basically made in China. There you go. Even though it's not. That's exactly how I was treated. Just like the garbage that breaks that's made in China. That's how I was treated. There you go. I'm just mad all the way around about how I was treated. You would be too. If you got cussed like a dog in a big empty shop with just you and your husband and 2 employees there and cussed like an absolute dog, you would feel the same way. But anyway, so I got my old coil in, I got my juice in, and it's working okay for now. It's a little bit slurpy, it's got that little slurp going on, but so anyway, there's my horrible, horrible review of the worst fucking vape shop in Jacksonville when it comes to customer service. I'll pay extra and go to a mom and pop in Mayport. I'll do a full review on them coming up soon because I am going to go out there from now on and get what I need. I think it's worth it. So thanks for stopping by and listening to my shit. Hit the red button below and hang out with me some more. And everyone have an amazing weekend. Bye.